There are three waves of advancement in lifestyle for us. The first wave was survival. The second wave is the transition that we are in right now. And the third wave may be a world where survival is easier, but purpose becomes the big question. So, in this video, I want to explain these three waves and what you should start doing now to prepare. So, stick with me. Namaste. I want to share with you about something that has been on my mind for a long time. This is not a prediction video. This is not financial advice. And I'm not sitting here telling you that I know everything. This is just me sharing what I've seen, how I've lived, and where I think the world is going. And maybe how we can prepare ourselves a little bit so that we don't have to live in fear. Because I see a lot of people right now worried about the future, worried about AI, worried about robots, worried about money, worried that the world is changing too fast. And I understand that fear. It's a real fear. But I want to suggest another way to look at this. Maybe the future itself is not the problem. Maybe the real problem is that we were never taught how to prepare for change. One thing I think we have to accept, whether we like it or not, is this. We cannot stop technology. No matter how much we argue about it, no matter how much we fear it, no matter how much we protest. It's like when a baby is born, you cannot put the baby back into the womb. AI is already here. Automation is already here. This is a one-way street. So maybe the question is not how do we stop this? Maybe the better question is, how do I position my life so this change supports me instead of destroying me? This is more useful question. So I want to explain the three waves. The world is moving through three waves of advancement. I may be wrong about the exact timing, but I think the direction is clear. Wave number one is the world most of us grew up in. A world where we were told to study, get a job, work 40 years, retire, and try to survive in between. Most people worked not because they loved what they did, but because they had responsibilities. There is nothing wrong with that. That's how the world worked. But in that world, most people were too busy surviving. They did not have the time to ask themselves good questions. What do I really want to do? What am I good at? What do I want to build? What's my life's work? They didn't have the time to think deeply because survival came first. Now we get into wave 2, the transition, where we are now. This is the uncomfortable phase. This is a phase where jobs change, industries change, skills change. Some people lose jobs. Some people make a lot of money. Everything reorganizes. You see, every technological shift in history created this uncomfortable period. So maybe what we are seeing now is not the end of the world. Maybe it is just a restructuring of the world. But during restructuring, it feels scary because human beings don't like uncertainty. Now, the most exciting part, wave 3. The world after AI matures. Now, this part is important, and I want to explain it carefully, as best as I could. We might think that everything is going to be so expensive, so scarce, hard to afford. But a world with mature AI is going to be the opposite. I don't think labor will become completely free, but I do think labor will become much cheaper because machines and AI will do a lot of the heavy work. And when the cost of labor goes down, the cost of producing things also goes down worldwide. So it is possible in the future that $10,000 might have the purchasing power of $100,000 today, because things cost less to produce. If transportation becomes cheaper, if goods become cheaper, if food becomes cheaper, education becomes cheaper, if many services become cheaper, then the amount of money you need to live a decent life may be much lower than today. So maybe the future question is not, how do I become rich or anything? Maybe the future question is, how do I build a life where I am useful, where I am creative and independent? When survival pressure produces, something interesting happens to human beings. They have enough time. They start asking deeper questions. What should I do with my life? What am I here to create? How can I help people? What gives my life meaning? And I think many people will struggle with that question because nobody trained us for that world. I want to share something personal with you. And believe me, not to impress you, just to show you another way life can be lived. For the past 26 years, I have not worked for a company or had a job. My wife also did not work a full-time job for most of her life. Only recently, she took a small part-time job so we can make up for the scarcity times. But for more than 2 decades, we found ways to be creative, to build things, to help people. And in return, we built a life. We got married, we raised 4 children, we paid bills. We had good years and bad years. We had stressful times. We had uncertainty sometimes. It was not perfect. But we had something very valuable. We had freedom. Not luxury, but freedom. Freedom to manage our time. Freedom to build our own work. Freedom to raise our 4 children ourselves. Freedom to live life in our own terms for the most part. And I'm not saying everyone must live like this, but I'm saying it is possible to build a life around your creativity and your service to others. And I believe in the future, more people will live like this. But only if they start preparing now. Preparing through conscious creation. Conscious creation is actually a very simple idea. It just means you don't work only for survival. You don't work only for money. You create something that is useful to other people. That something can be anything and in any field. Teaching, writing, coaching, fixing things, building things, designing things, music, education, wellness, community, tools, courses, books, services. What I mean is ethical business. Conscious creation simply means that you create value for other human beings. And in return, you make a living. That's all. And the most practical step, and the very first step in doing that, is to build your headquarters. If someone wants to start this journey, I think the very first step is very practical, is to build your headquarters. That means build your own website to start with, not just social media. Social media is rented land. you're renting it. But your website is your land. Your website can become anything: your story, your knowledge, your work, your services, your products, your ideas. It doesn't have to be anything to sell. It could be your journey, your life's work. You see, everything else, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, should lead people back to your headquarters. That way, no matter what happens to those platforms, you still exist. Now, a simple money math to show you it's absolutely possible for anyone who wants this kind of freedom. I think many people are scared because they think they need millions to survive. Most people don't need millions. Let's do a very simple math. If 100 people pay you $20 per month, that's $2,000 a month. If 200 people pay you $25 per month, that's $5,000 per month. If 500 people pay you, say, $20 per month, that's $10,000 per month. You see, in the new world, you don't need millions of followers. You need trust, value. You need consistency, skills, time, and patience. This is not a get-rich-quick plan. This is a build a life slowly and safely plan. I'm not saying that the future will be perfect. I'm not saying there will be no problems. I'm not saying everyone will become rich. But I do believe this. The people who learn how to think, create, teach, how to build, and help others will always have a place in the world. So, maybe instead of being afraid of the future, we should slowly start building our skills, our knowledge, building our platform, our independence. It's our life's work, so that no matter how the world changes, we are not lost. We are not helpless. We are useful. We are stable. And we are in control of our direction. And maybe this is all we really need. So, if you want me to put together a very practical blueprint on how to think about this, how to build your headquarters step by step, how to build income from your knowledge and skills, no matter what it is, how to prepare for the AI world, just comment yes. If enough people are interested, I will sit down and build it carefully and share it with you. Because I really believe many people can live a calmer, freer, more meaningful life than they think is possible right now. Namaste.